This is a WTAJ News Severe Weather Report.
Right now, a winter blast is making roads slick in central PA. From the mountains to the valleys, WTAJ is your winter weather authority. We are on air and online with trained meteorologists tracking the storm across the area. And our crews are live in Center, Blair, and Clearfield counties, to name a few. WTAJ's live team coverage starts now. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Kennett. The night continues and the roads are getting more and more dangerous, and the snow isn't stopping anytime soon. We're going to keep you updated on the latest conditions and warnings live on the air at the top of every hour tonight. And tonight, kicking off our team coverage, we're going to get the latest forecast. First, let's take a look at the current road conditions. Matt Riddle is joining us now live. So Matt, you're in Bedford right now, is that correct? Tell us about the conditions there.
And we have made it to Bedford. Last time we talked to you, we were right around the Claysburg exit on I-99. We have since made it to Bedford, and we've seen a fair amount of snow on the roads in Bedford. Again, crews doing their best to be keeping up, and I've seen some reports from people on Facebook around 6 inches in some locations. But again, we are live in Bedford right now, driving around. As you can see from the roads, it is making travel difficult. Snow-covered roads. Every now and then we hit the rumble strips because we just can't see the line. So if you don't have to go out, don't go out. If you do need to go out, give yourself some extra time. Check PA 511. They can give you the latest road conditions. You can see where there's plows out, but we also do have some restrictions in place. There's a 45 mile per hour speed reduction on I-70 in Bedford, Fulton counties, on I-99 Bedford and Blair counties. 219 in Cambria and Somerset counties is down to 45 miles per hour, and same thing for Route 22 in Blair, Cambria, and Huntington. So we'll continue to keep you updated with the late conditions with our team coverage and Facebook Lives, but for now we'll continue to stay safe, keep you updated, but Lindsay will send it back into you.
Hey, thanks, Matt. And if we take a look at some other areas in our region, this is PennDOT camera on Route 22 in Chicory Mountain. Again, the snow there covering the roadways, leading to some slick travel. And this is Route 22 at Water Street in Huntington County, and those roads are basically covered. So please take your time as you're traveling to different places as we head into the rest of the evening and overnight hours. So here's a look at Doppler currently. We're continuing to see some heavier bands of snow for most of western Pennsylvania, for our area, central Pennsylvania. Western Pennsylvania still dealing with that rainfall, and it looks like it's having a tough time as we head into our area where that cold air is sticking around here in central Pennsylvania. So let's take a look as we head into northern Cambria. We are seeing a bit of a mix there into Cambria County, also into southern Clearfield County as well, just south of Houtzdale. Sleet at this point, and Somerset now dealing with some of that rain and freezing rain. So use caution there with the ice accumulation, and further to the east, it's sticking as just steady snow, and we are watching that rain that will be moving in. Regardless, temperatures hovering right around that freezing mark of 32 degrees. And as we continue to sit there, going to lead to even some ice on the roads, creating that slick travel. So we're going to keep you up to date. Lindsay?
Thank you, Christy. Right now, we're going to check back in with our Colleen Knudsen, who joins us live from Altoona. So, Colleen, you've been out there all evening. Talk about what you've noticed as far as changes from when you first got out there until now.
Lindsay, a lot has changed since we got out here around 3 o'clock. We are across the street from Logan Valley Mall, and if you take a close look at the plow that they have working on their parking lot, it's actually a construction vehicle, and that vehicle is usually used for rocks and boulders on construction sites, but it's actually plowing all the snow. And if you take a look at the mounds of snow right at the end of the parking lot, it's not just plows going through parking lots just once, it is multiple times, because this just keeps piling up. Lindsay, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Colleen. And thank you all for watching. We'll be covering the storm every hour for you on air, but if you'd like to stay updated, we're going to continue our live coverage online. Just head to wearecentralpa.com.
This has been a WTAJ News Severe Weather Report.
Thank you for joining us and welcome back. If you missed the first part of our storm coverage on air, don't worry. We're going to continue to have our coverage from reports at the top of every hour. And right now we're going to start with the latest forecast from meteorologist Christy Shields. So Christy, talk to us a little bit about what people should be looking forward to and expecting.
Hey, Lindsay. Yeah, so we are watching where that freezing line is going to happen, and it looks like we're starting to see that transition in Somerset County. I do want to show, though, temperatures, because we're hovering right there in Somerset County around that freezing mark of 32 degrees. So even though it's falling as rain, there's going to be some ice that accumulates on the ground. So keep that in mind. Most of us are in the 30s. It is in Indiana at 36 degrees. We're seeing a push of milder air there. And as we head into the rest of the day, and into tonight, excuse me, not today, into tonight, sorry. Tough for me since I work mornings typically, but we are in the upper 20s in the northern areas where it'll stay as snow. As you head further south, that's where we'll start to see that mix arriving. So here's a look at Doppler currently. Again, steady heavy snowfall, and we're starting to see even into northern Cambria, southern Clearfield County, bit of a wintry mix, as well as into northern Cambria and Somerset, really where that mix is starting to move in with some rain and freezing rain. Bedford, it's staying as snow at this point. Same for Blair and Huntington County, where we're picking up quite a bit of snowfall already in Altoona. We just measured just a short minute ago. Mike Doyle went out and he measured 6.5 inches in Altoona at this point. And again, here's a look at our total accumulation through midday Sunday. Keep that in mind. It's through the day on Sunday, because we think there will be some snow on the back end of this that will add to those totals in Somerset and Cambria County. So most of your snow not going to be falling tonight. It's actually going to be during the day on Sunday. Still looking like north of I-80 could pick up a foot of snow. And we're also watching for that ice, and that's tonight into Somerset and Bedford County, between 1/10 to 1/4 inch of ice, and then elsewhere south of I-80 about 1/10 of an inch of ice. So please use caution. Going to be slick throughout the overnight hours. So here's a look at those storm impacts. Heavy snow for the remainder of the overnight hours. Slick roads as well. Looks like for most of the region, again, seeing that ice already into Somerset County, but for the rest of us, between 10 and 2 a.m. looks like to be the window for that ice. And then we're going to see those winds picking up into Sunday. And throughout the day on Sunday, it's going to become bitter cold. Check out these future track temperatures. By 7:30 in the morning on Sunday, the east is still in the lower 30s, but as we head into northern areas like DuBois, it's dropping our temperatures into the teens. All of us by the afternoon will be in the teens, and factor in the winds, going to feel like it's in the single digits, and we will reach the single digits by Sunday night as that bitter cold air continues to push in even into the day on Monday. We're going to be in the single digits to lower teens, and those winds picking up between 15 to 20 miles an hour, going to make it brutally cold with some blowing snow. But let's send it out to our Allison Gens in DuBois. Hey, Allison, what's it like out there this evening?
Yeah, Christy, right now it looks like a bit of a mix between some ice pellets and snowflakes right now. I'm standing along West Long Avenue here in DuBois, and it's been pretty steady coming down here throughout the evening, and also it's covering those roadways quite a bit. If you want to take a look over my shoulder here, you can see that there is quite a thick slush on the roads, and I even just saw a car slide out on the roads in front of you. So if you are heading out, there have been quite a few cars going by on this road. Just make sure that you are careful. The plow trucks are out, but they are trying to be a little bit careful. They don't want these roads to turn into sheets of ice, as there's a possibility for some of that freezing rain like Christy mentioned. So I was told that by the DuBois City Police Chief. So they're just trying to use some caution, making sure that those roads are safe for anybody who might be out.
Allison, thank you. Stay warm out there and make sure drivers, you're being cautious, and because those roads definitely looked a little slushy. Now let's head back out to Centre County. Our David Kaplan joins us live. David, talk about the conditions in Centre County tonight.
Lindsay, well, in Howard, want to bring you an update from news we were telling you about earlier. There was a power outage there, and I got off the phone with the Howard Volunteer Fire Department. They're saying power is fully restored, so great news there. They're still keeping the fire hall open if you need to go there as a warming shelter. They have a backup generator, so if there's another power outage or something else that happens to you, that is available to you. I've been on the phone with Detective Nelson in Spring Township. He says no road closures or Anything else people need to know about? He says there have been a lot of wrecks, no serious wrecks, thankfully, but a lot of people slipping and sliding. Now, Lindsay, just moments ago, there was a gentleman coming from Massachusetts behind me that was just trying to come off of I-80, which is behind me, and he spun out here. Reporter Evan Hinckley and I were trying to give him a hand. Thankfully, he was able to get out from there. But again, the conditions went from being slippery to now packed with snow as the inches are piling up here. Plows doing a good job on interstate, but the roads here are packed. So just be careful and make sure to have plenty of equipment in your trunk and car in case you need to get towed or something else happens. In Marion Township, David Kaplan, WTAJ News.
David, thank you. Definitely some dangerous conditions. It was good that you guys were out there and available to help out that driver. Now, as Christy said, a lot of the snow is going to hit tomorrow as well. So if you are planning to shovel snow out or your kids are going to be outside playing in the snow, we have some important tips about the proper winter clothing that you're going to need. So make sure to have a breathable, waterproof outer layer, which is ideal for people who are shoveling. And if you've got active kids who are going to be out playing in the snow, they're going to need waterproof, breathable products with added insulation.
You know, trying to get 3 layers of clothing on a child is a lot harder to do than it is for an adult. So just basically a good base layer, first layer, and then an insulated, waterproof, breathable product is what we would recommend for a kid.
Hats and gloves are also essentials for going out in the cold, and if your clothes get wet, here's a tip: get back inside and dry them before going out again. Remember, WTAJ News is your winter weather authority. We'll have continuing coverage of this storm both on air and online at wearecentralpa.com. We'll see you back here at 10.